Hello and welcome to Rise. I am so delighted to have one of the most favorite people on earth, Ashanna Solaris. She is the co-founder and pioneer of the profound practice of clarity breathwork, which is a gentle, nurturing, feminine approach to healing, transformation, and embodiment that has shifted thousands of lives. Clarity breathwork leads people on a powerful path of releasing their blockages so that they can open and live their greatest potential. So this is the formal introduction, and the informal introduction is that I met Ashanna in Pachamama, Costa Rica, back in 2013, and I did the entire training of clarity breathwork, and it was so impactful and so transformative that I became a raving fan, and I assisted Ashanna and her partner Dana in all the retreats that they have led in Pachamama for the next couple of years that I was living there. And Ashanna is a great teacher, such a compassionate healer, and she's a great friend, a teacher, and a mentor. And I'm so happy to have her here with us today. So welcome, Ashanna.
Thank you, Nuna Isi. What a beautiful introduction, and all those memories of that incredible training we did and all the times you assisted us.
I was just in constant awe to witness how people truly transform in the setup of that sacred space, and how they almost like drop years of their life. They become alive, they become lighter, they become so vulnerable and transformed, and it was really soul moving for me.
Mm-hmm. It's true. We want to transform. It is inherent and innate in our system to have transformation, awakening, and healing. But if we don't feel safe, we won't do it. And so when we're given a safe space of unconditional love and presence, our natural being, and we are held and we have tools that can help us, like the purity of the breath, which for me is like the number one tool out of everything I've learned being a practitioner for over 30 years. The simple tool of breathing a conscious, connected breath in a safe space. The system goes, oh, I can unburden myself. I can let go of all this baggage. I can let go of this false self that's been living this life that maybe isn't even me or what I really want to be doing. And that's the magic. When people see that they're safe and that they have a tool, they can just unburden themselves and become who they really are. And it's the most exciting work I can imagine doing on the planet right now.
I second you in that for sure. I also have been trained in dozens of modalities, but it is when I came to the breath, is like all the dots were connected. It's like surrendering to the air, which is really spirit, right?
Yes,
it has that
yes.
divine intelligence that works through us, without the mind, without us trying to analyze and figure out what is going on. It's beyond us. It's bigger than us, right?
That's right. It's a direct connection to the life force energy and the consciousness that carries us. And a lot of us were impacted at the first breath when we came out of the womb, often with medical interference and perhaps bright lights and loud noises, and the umbilical cord cut too soon. And often in my generation, hung upside down and spanked, and then taken away from our mothers, which is perhaps the greatest trauma for many people, is being taken away from that source of nourishment and love, and then spending a lifetime wondering why we feel disconnected, why we have a hard time bonding, why we can't breathe. And perhaps it was because the first breath was compromised and we didn't feel safe. So babies can gag on their breath. And it's the greatest mammalian terror to not be able to breathe. And then throughout our lives, we learn to start holding our breath as trauma happens, or just family activation or school. And so we get to early adulthood, you know, and we're just like this. And then we just see again and again, as we give people the permission to just breathe it and feel it and let it go. It's like Rumi says, we come into full color. We come alive. We come into our full life. And then it's as if, for me, it's as if I get to help people be fully born. You know, they were born, but they didn't fully come in to their body and bring all their gifts. They got afraid. They got stuck somewhere along the line. And if we can just come in as spiritual midwives and just say, it's okay, come on in, then we can watch a life change from living a very limited life to skyrocketing like you are right now with this Rise Summit and all the work that you're doing in the world.
Right. And I witness you doing that. So you just have such an incredible capacity to hold safe space of love and compassion, and really have that assistance for people to go through what they have to go through to come into their full sovereign power.
That's right. That's right. And you said earlier that you had done many other healing modalities, and it was the breath that really, you know, brings everything together. So we may be learning all these tools. I had a lot of different trainings before I came to breath work. And then the breath was the master tool. You know, someone said, let thy plant be thy medicine, let thy food be thy medicine, let thy breath be thy medicine. It brings all of our tools together. And as breath workers, it helps us connect to this greater source of guidance, of insight, of intuition, so that we might know things or see things or sense things that we couldn't sense with our three-dimensional brain. But that when we open to this source of life that is flowing through us, then miracles can happen.
Right,
and
because
they do
yeah,
all the time.
exactly. I saw it in my own eyes. I saw how people literally going through a second birth, and
Right.
in that birth they come in fully online, fully alive, fully embodied. It's incredible. It's incredible. You know, we
It's
used to have so many
amazing.
sharings, and people just cracked open and vibrant. And yeah, I mean, you've got thousands of testimonials.
That's right. And when we are given a safe space, an unconditionally loving space without all the judgment, and we can just be heard and seen as we are, you know, we can lay it down, we can let it go. There's that famous story about the tribe in Africa where the archaeologist or the anthropologist comes and says, where are your doctors? Where are your healers? And they said, oh, the whole community is the healing. If someone has an issue, we have a community circle, and they get in the center and we ask what has been left unsaid. And sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it can take longer, days, to share everything. But once it is let out, that usually is the healing. So we need more spaces, because many of us just simply haven't been heard. And it has not been okay, especially for the sensitives and the empaths that are watching this. It hasn't been okay for us to be as sensitive as we are and as feeling as we are in a patriarchal culture. And yet it is that very sensitivity and feeling nature that is our greatest gift and what we came here to bring. And through feeling and sensing, we can then know how to attend to the baby that is crying. You know, and that baby might be in your family, it might be in your environment, it might be in our climate, it might be in the world. But when we come online, we know how to start attending to that and taking care of that. When we're disconnected from our feelings, when we're disconnected from our sensitivity, we cannot respond to our own needs and to the needs of others. And that's a very sad way to spend our precious time on planet Earth and with our loved ones.
This is so true. And you know, what I've experienced as being a mother is that one of the major roles of a mother, a parent, is to hold a safe space again for the child to express the full spectrum of his or her emotions. And what happens is that a lot of the emotions are triggering if they are unresolved in us as parents. And so what happens that as a culture, we have created this phenomena where a lot of parents, they really categorize some feelings as good and some feelings as bad, right? And so we don't feel safe enough to express those so-called bad feelings. And in many cases, growing up, they've been either suppressed or ignored or even punished, right?
That's right. That's right. That's so true. And how many are walking around feeling that my feelings of grief, my feelings of anger, my feelings of sadness, of depression are bad and wrong. I am bad and wrong. And we try to hold back. It's like trying to hold back the ocean, the wave. We try to hold back these powerful emotions, and then we can suppress them and store them in our bodies. And then they turn into syndromes, chronic fatigue syndrome, Epstein-Barr, all kinds of dis-ease is caused simply by not feeling our feelings, as well as the epidemic of depression, of anxiety that we're facing as a culture. Much of this is these emotions that we have deemed bad and wrong, and don't feel them, and go to your room until you can be nice and happy. So how many people are just hiding out between a wall of shame and pain? And yet, what I found time and time again in my own process and in supporting people, that when we face those emotions of shame, of grief, of anger, of rage, of deep despair, that the gift is hidden in the pain. And through facing it and going in there with a lot of love and a lot of gentleness, and titration is a key word, slowly is holy, not forcing it open, but coming in there as if coming towards a wounded animal or a wounded child, and just continuing to encourage and allow, like Rumi's famous poem, The Guest House, invite them all in for tea. And they all have a gift. Like for women especially, I just want to give a voice to the anger that women may be feeling. And yet it's not okay to feel that anger. We're supposed to suppress it and be nice and be pretty and be radiant and be attractive. And yet there's a lot of unmet rage. And when we meet that rage, it gives birth to courage, because rage is part of courage. It gives birth to it. And then from courage, a woman can move mountains. And what can 100 women do? And what can 1,000 women do? And what could 1 million women do when we come out of that frozen rage and fear and mobilize ourselves to attend to the crying baby that is within our culture? I think it's going to be absolutely miraculous, and it's already begun.
Absolutely. And I even like to say that rage is sacred, because rage is the energy that has the fire to create change. It brings up that feeling of, I'm actually not okay with what's going on, and I'm actually ready to create that change. And so when we stop judging our emotions and categorizing them as good and bad, and rather understand that they are energy and emotions, and they have space and they have place, and if they are there, they are there. And we actually allow ourselves to feel and process them, then underneath those emotions we can find, as you said, the gifts, the blessings, and the other spectrum, right? We cannot feel the heights of joy and bliss and ecstasy without those lows of grief and sadness and anger and rage.
That's right. That's right. And we need guides. We need wise women and wise men to hold space for us sometimes, because some of these places could be very early. They could be very young parts of ourselves. And so I've learned to have deep respect for these younger places of self that need holding And I can't always do it for myself. You can't always do it for yourself. So that's why we need a network of healers, shamans, wise women, wise men, brothers and sisters that can hold that space for each other to allow what got bound up and knotted and tied up and tangled to become untangled and free and clear and really help each other rise.
Absolutely. It is in relationship that we get wounded, and it is in relationship that we get healed. So when there is another person that is there to hold the space, or even sometimes Mother Earth as a container of safety, if you're more advanced with your work, self-work, and you feel supported enough by Mother Earth, then even that can be your safe container.
She's the master healer. She's the master medicine, Mother Earth. Yeah, so always going to her and reconnecting, because if we are disconnected from our mother, let's say we were taken away too soon, or there was interference to our bonding, or our mothers were wounded from generations of patriarchal conditioning, we might have turned away from the mother, and then we turn away from the earth. How can we pollute and destroy our Mother Earth unless we are disconnected from her, or rageful at her, angry at her? So healing our connection to the Mother Earth, our own mothers, for me, Divine Mother, is essential to returning to the sacred in our world and with one another.
Absolutely. I'm passionate about this kind of work, and that what brings in the inner mother that we also have within us, and that can be activated to take care of that inner child that is still within all of us.
That's right. Connecting with our inner mother. I love that.
And so, Ashanna, you are the master of leading embodied experiences, and I really want our audience to experience that. So I know you have some exercise or a journey you can take us through. So are you
Sure. I would love to
ready
do
for that?
that.
Great.
I would love to do that. Do you want it to be accompanied with a little bit of music? Or do you want me to just do it without? Okay, great. So let me share some music. And I will, I'll put on my colleague, Dana Darman Davy, who I know you're also going to interview. And we do this in our retreat. She plays amazing music, and I channel a little meditation to it. So I will just put that on as a little background. And how long would you like me to guide the participants?
So let's say about 10 minutes will be great. I really want all the audience to experience your transmission and your magic. So you're up for a great treat, just saying.
Okay, great. So I just need to share my sound, and I just need to be enabled as a host, and then I can do that. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for that, just get yourself settled in a comfortable position, and you can just stay seating. And just go ahead and clear your lap, set your phone aside, anything you've got going on, and let's drop in to this sacred space together. That's it. And I invite you to close your eyes and just to begin by taking a deep breath. And then just letting it all go on the exhale. Let it all go. Take another deep breath, and let's call all of our energy right here, right now, to this precious and sacred moment. Our time is now. We are returning home. We're returning back to our hearts, where infinity lies inside of us. Let's place a hand on our hearts and a hand on our bellies and take another big breath. And let go again and just come home. Come home to your beautiful heart. And whatever you're feeling, it's okay. It's okay to feel whatever you feel and to breathe and to welcome like a mother, like a healthy mother welcomes her child into her arms. It's okay. I am here. I am here for you. And just say that to yourself or out loud. I am here. I am here for all of myself.
I am here for all of myself.
And just feel them coming home to you. They want to come home. You want to come home. And it's safe. Let's take another big breath and give yourself a big hug. Just thanking yourself just for being here on this call. You made it. You made it through everything that happened to you. And you're ready for the next step. You're ready to move forward, to rise together. And let's rest our hands open on our laps to receive even more love from the Earth Mother beneath us. Send your roots down into the center of Mother Gaia. She's here. She's underneath us and all around us. She's holding you. She's holding you. She's feeding you and nourishing you. And feel your feet in the grass on a summer day. See the flowers and the birds. See the blue sky, clouds going by. She loves you. She wants you here with her. And she says, take off anything you need to let go of, your shame, your fear, your hesitation, your resistance, your running, your hiding. Take it all off and compost it down into the earth. There's only so long we can keep up the pretense of the false self. It has to fall away so that our true self can come out. Let's connect with the center of the earth and ask for an incredible transmission of empowerment to rise up through each of us listening right now. A wave of energy, support, life force energy rising up through the bottoms of our feet and legs. Claim your legs. Claim your path, not your parents' path, not your partner's path, your path, beloved. Step onto it now. Fortify it. Know that everyone will come along with you because they love you. They love you. They want you to be happy. Let's receive it through our root chakra. Open the base of your spine to that red bowl of vitality, energy, life force, pleasure. And let's just breathe out on an exhale, maybe even a lion's breath. Breathe out anything that stops you from being fully alive, from claiming your path, from choosing your life. Shake it out, let it go. I am here, I am alive. Say it to yourself, I am here, I am alive. I'm meant to be here and shine. Let's breathe it up into your belly. Bring your hands back to your belly. See that orange ball. You're so creative. You're so creative. And you're sensual. And you feel big feelings. Breathe into your belly. Let it overflow with permission to anchor in your body, to feel your feelings, to bring your creativity online, your passion, your sensuality, your sacred sexuality, your inner temple. That's it. And invite joy now to fill your inner temple, the return of joy, the return of joy. That's it. And let's bring our hands and cultivate on our solar plexus, tapping into our power to choose, and to choose again and again and again, to choose life, to choose love, to choose truth, to take up our sacred sword and shield, to stand with the sacred in this world, to not give up hope, to not let the children go hungry or unloved, but to rise as women and men to protect the sacred with love, with clarity, with purpose. Let's bring it all to our hearts, placing our hands on our heart chalice, and let's hold the baby. Hold the baby in your heart, that little one that was so brave to be born, to come into this world, to bring her gifts, her light, her love, her healing energy, her mission, her purpose. Hold her, cradle her, and let's see the rose of the mother blossoming in our hearts and infusing us with divine mother love, healing any disconnect we might have had, returning us to the heartbeat of the mother, the safety of the mother. And tuck her into your heart now. Take a deep breath. I am always going to be here for you. I am always going to take care of you no matter what. Make a vow, make a promise, even if you have to make it again. Make it again and again and again. Let's bring it up to our throats and touch our throats. There's a gold mine. There's a gold mine in your throat. There's your wisdom, your knowing based on everything you went through. Everything you went through was your holy assignment and is now your greatest gift to give to others because you got through it. There may be more work to do. There probably is. Commit to doing it. Commit to it. That's it. And via legions and legions of angelic beings, guides, master teachers, allies, shamans, healers, Nuni Isi Ma, and all of her connections coming in to support you to rise and see it now. See yourself rising in your glory, in your power, in your commitment. And let's place a hand on the third eye. Take a big breath, see the violet flame in the center of your head, and let's just burn away those limited, repetitive, habitual thoughts that aren't even yours, that you took on from others. And let's sweep them out. Take a big breath, blow them out of your mind, and let's see the flowers in the garden of your mind blooming once again towards the divine, towards who you really are, towards true recognition of your light, of your mission, of your vision, of your purpose. Bring your hands to your crown and let's just place them. You're crowning now into new life. You're coming out. And there are so many hands of love saying, yes, join us. Welcome. We love you. We're so glad you're here. The world would not be the same without you. In it, you are a note in the symphony of life. You are essential to the whole. And let's lift our arms open in a V to the heavens. And let's just say yes. Yes, yes to this downpouring of grace, Feel Divine Mother. She is coming into the world now as fierce love and sacred tenderness, as the unlocking of rage and pain and sorrow, and the return of the blessed heart of humanity, healing, restoring. And let it wash down through your crown, third eye, see a vision of who you really are, what you're capable of, through your throat, arms, hands. Let's radiate through our fingers and touch one another as points of light around the world, through our hearts and throats, through our solar plexus, belly. Spread your wings, outstretch your arms by your heart, and let's radiate our love, radiate our light, ignite our power, root and anchor through the base of the spine, and bring your hands into prayer position in front of your heart. And in our presence and our witness, say a powerful prayer for yourself, for these next chapters of your life, as we rise, as we shine together and make the difference we came to make. Let's dedicate the session. Let's dedicate the work we just did to our highest good and greatest well-being, and to the greatest good of all beings. Take another breath and offer it up. Offer up your prayers, set it free, knowing that all that you need is coming to you and available. Feel the angels are celebrating you. Life is celebrating you. And as you're ready, you can bring it all back to your heart. Take a breath of gratitude for what you are grateful for, all that you already are, all that you already have. When you're ready, you could just gently open your eyes and take a moment to look around your sacred space. Is it the temple that you want to live in? And if not, how can you spruce up the temple now to anchor the light of who you are in your home, in your life? Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Nuna Isi, for inviting this transmission, bringing this huge group of people together.
This is just wow, isn't it? Oh.
It's here, it's time, it's all here for us. Just got to listen and love ourselves and trust the goodness of life, and not buy the nightmare, the bad dream, the fear-driven dream, but to see the good, to focus, to water what we want to grow, every thought.
And I know that you're very passionate about women rising into leadership, especially, right?
I love that. It's happening all over the world in small ways and in big ways.
So I know you have an amazing gift that you offer in our audience. So for those of you who've been completely wowed by what you just experienced, if you want more of that, tell us what you have for our audience.
Oh, well, we are so excited. You can join us from August 25th to the 31st. For Vibrate Up. If you want more of this medicine, come vibrate up with us through claritybreathwork.com. It's 7 days, 7 chakras, 7 tools to elevate your life. And we'd love to have you. And that is absolutely free. And then you can also sign up and opt in for our free download that we want to give you called Embracing the Sacred Feminine for women. There's a woman's healing journey. And then there is there is a really powerful initiation journey to really receive your leadership in this life. And then we wanted to invite the guests on the show to also attend our weekend, right, Nuni EC?
Yeah.
September 10th to 12th. And we're giving a free gift to your group. Well, we're giving you a discounted rate of $97 for that workshop, which is valued at $297. And it's called Breath Elevation, Tools to Evolve Your Life and Engage Your Purpose. And we would love to have you. It's a 3-day event, September 10th to 12th. And you can find everything on our website at claritybreathwork.com.
Great. And we'll have a link right on this page. So it's just a click and you'll get there. And Ashanna will be doing that with her partner, Dana, which is also going to be on the show. And they are together just such an incredible team. You have heard the flute that Dana was playing, and she's also just such a graceful, compassionate, loving mama. And yeah, I highly, highly recommend your work. As you know, I'm a fan. And yeah, also if people want to work with you personally or find you on social media, what's the best places?
Well, I'm most engaged at claritybreathwork.com. You can also come to my website, which is ashannasolaris.com. And we are on Facebook Live at Experience Clarity Breathwork, and we're on Instagram. And we'd love to interact with you. We'd love to train you as breathworkers, just as we train Nuni EC. Our whole training starts in the fall, and it just gets better and better. And we just see so many people launch successful careers and take this work into an existing practice, share it at festivals like you've been sharing it, Nuni EC, share it online, one-on-one sessions and group sessions. And breath is the miraculous medicine of this time. And I would say when we join breath and the unconditional radiance of our hearts, it's just the sky's the limit, and yet the earth is the place. So we want to bring it down to the earth and make a big difference right now.
Right. And so if you want to experience breath work for your own journey of healing and transformation, then you know, the level 1 and 2 is that right? And then from
if you just want the healing track, you can come to level 1 and 2. You will get to clear through birth, conception, birth, delivery, womb experience, to childhood, into your relationships, sexuality. That's our level 1 and 2, and we'd love to have you. And if you want to be a professional, you can join us for the one-on-one training where you learn to give sessions, the level 3, 4, and then the level 5, you learn how to lead groups, and you get to lead one online to our global community, which is an incredible, awesome training. So you can check it all out at claritybreathwork.com. Oh, thank you so much, Nuni EC. I'm just so bedazzled by what you're doing and how you're bringing all of these speakers together to create a movement of feminine nurturing love that you are. So while raising your family, while being in a global pandemic, it's
lockdown.
Really in lockdown, it's really extraordinary.
Thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me. And I really, really cherish our connection and our friendship. And thank you for coming and sharing your beauty and your light and your medicine. You're really such an inspiration.
I'm so grateful.
Yay.
We're so blessed.
We're so blessed, and blessings to you too. Yeah,
thank you.
So
blessings to every one of you that is watching and listening. And I just want you to know how valuable you are right now, what a gem you are, what incredible gifts that you have, to believe in yourself and to commit to unfolding that diamond that's in your heart, and to remember that you know, we only become diamonds through undergoing great pressure, and to trust that everything that's happened to us is meant to hone us to become the radiant beings that we are. You can do it. I know it.
Thank you so much. And ciao, guys. Until the next time.